Hello, and on today's episode, I'm here with Joshua Halferty, CEO of CryptoCurve. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. It's a beautiful day here in Fairfax, Virginia, right outside of DC, and it's my birthday, so I was excited to schedule this for Tuesday because I figured it'd be nice and lively, and I'd be able to give you some good birthday energy.
So could you tell me a little bit about the problems that CryptoCurve is trying to solve here?
Certainly. Our main mission is to solve the mass adoption problem. And we do that by a couple different ways, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And sort of a secondary problem, well, two real secondary problems we solve are we like to focus on the increasing number of use cases for blockchain technology. And I can get into that a little bit as well in a minute. And then we see ourselves as helping with the mass confusion problem that we see the general public having. You hear about blockchain and cryptocurrencies on the news, but it's still relatively not understood well by the general population. People might see it on CNBC or something like that, and then people just still aren't really sure about it. And we see this a lot when we go to different conferences and when we talk to different communities. There definitely seems like we've got this really awesome, well-educated, tight-knit group of investors and developers and really smart people that are in the industry. But beyond that small crypto sphere, you've got hundreds of thousands of little guys with like a little bit of cryptocurrency that they may have bought on Coinbase, but are still pretty uneducated on the potential of it or what it is or how it works. So we see ourselves as being able to help solve that confusion and education problem with our really easy, streamlined products and services.
So kind of helping the user experience to help facilitate mass adoption?
Yep, exactly.
So how is CryptoCurve solving these problems?
We like to focus on what we call the three pillars of mass adoption. We have the investor, the developer, and the emerging company. And those pillars are serviced by CryptoCurve in a couple different ways. One thing that we really like to do, and I mentioned it a little bit ago, is drive additional use cases because there's one main big elephant in the room use case that everyone's familiar with. It's why Bitcoin was created. And that use case is the store of value use case. It's very well understood by the community, and it does have real tangible. It already has had tangible effect on financial services sector and changing how people are banked and just changing the global economy. And we're seeing that already. We see merchants take cryptocurrencies for different things. We see financial data being transacted on the blockchain. But I personally believe that that blockchain is going to do much more than just solve that one use case, that one store of value use case. And I love to think about how what the potential is like for an organically growing database that's decentralized and how that can be used in different applications. And so we kind of have developed some different products and services to kind of help these pillars. And for the investor, we have the Curve Wallet, which is an all-in-one financial management tool. We have got awesome partners like WanChain, and we really focus on interoperability and tying new additional blockchains into that wallet so it can be a one-stop shop for any securities, ICOs, securities compliant ICOs investing, KYC'd ICO pooling. We're going to be focusing on decentralized exchanging. We have this really awesome feature called the nuke feature there that we see as a pretty cool, user-focused, user-centric tool to be able to quickly and easily set multiple, buy and sell orders to liquidate all of your assets into a high market cap coin or a stable coin in times of high market volatility. And we do a couple things like that we see as being really user friendly. And that's how the Curve wallet really services the investor. And that kind of goes after that store of value use case, obviously being, financial financial focused. And then the second product or pillar that we have are developers. And for that, we've built one of, if not the world's first interoperable decentralized development deployment environment machines to be able to quickly launch development environments on multiple different blockchains according to however a developer wants to come build a decentralized application. And so that kind of goes after the future of the blockchain use case. It's kind of the goal of that to be an easy place for developers to come in. And it's essentially like an Amazon Web Services for blockchain development. And we love how we tie the interoperability that you kind of get natively into the wallet. We kind of duplicate that in this protocol layer and in this software development kit platform for people to come in and for developers to come in and deploy these development environments really quickly, really easily for cheap, and they can go in and go ahead and build the decentralized application that they see use cases for. And then the third pillar is the emerging company, and that's kind of more a little bit focused on business to business and helping have a place, whether it be in the Curve wallet or on the SDK, giving companies that are coming through the accelerators that we work with WAN Labs and Curve Lab, we give them a place to kind of come in and build. We've talked to ETF companies about slotting their technology right into the Curve wallet because they might not necessarily want to develop this whole node infrastructure for whatever they're doing, so they can just kind of piggyback on our wallet side, or if it's deploying their application on the SDK. And we try to give a nice sort of little Garden of Eden for these companies to come build. And we just kind of had our first foray into that with our partnership with Blockmetics, and they're going to be using our wallet technology inside of their actual application using our API structure to be able to store and receive and send funds that they need to do and have that sort of transactional service for their application using the Curve wallet and CryptoCurve technology. That was kind of a lot.
Well, it's a big project. There's a lot of moving parts to it. Could you tell me a little bit about this nuke feature? I hear that's quite popular.
Yeah. So I remember back when I've been so heads down with the company, trying to do the best I can every day for it, that it's been really hard to pay attention to what's going on overall with the day-to-day stuff with the industry. Obviously, I'm well aware of the fact that market caps are down and stuff, but it's been hard to kind of keep my eye on the really small details of everything. So, but back in